Since I hope you all are well, staying safe at home. This is your English period. I'm your English teacher. Today we will start a new lesson in English literature. Lesson number 12, The Nawab of Salimabad, Part 1. Today I have explained you half of the chapter. Tomorrow I will explain you the other part of the chapter. And I have given you some word meanings to write it in your English literature copy. If you have written, then show it to me in the WhatsApp group. You all know that today we will start a new lesson, that is lesson number 12, The Nawab of Salimabad, Part 1. Firstly I will read the chapter, then I will explain it to you. People in the play means how many people are there in the story. Storyteller, farmer, the Nawab of Salimabad, farmer's wife, the Wazir, palace servant, moneylender, Salim, Hamid, and Irfan, the farmer's son. Act 1, Scene 1. Storyteller. Long ago, the Nawab of Salimabad ruled over a large kingdom. The Nawab was very great man and a good ruler. He treated all his subjects well. He had a palace, a fine army, 2 regiments of cavalry. The riders and horse in his cavalry regiment were the best that could be found in his kingdom. He was proud of them. One day the Nawab was sitting in his Darbar hall. Storyteller. Storyteller said the Nawab of Salimabad ruled over a large kingdom. He was a great man, good ruler. He treated all his subjects, mean those people who used to work under him, like the servants, the ministers. He treated them very well. He had a palace, a fine army, cavalry, riders, horses in the cavalry. They were the best that can be found in the kingdom. So he was very proud of them. One day the Nawab was sitting in his Darbar hall. Nawab, Wazir Sahib, I think that all the people in my kingdom are well and happy. Wazir, indeed they are, sir. Nawab, but some of them are very poor. Wazir, that is also true, sir. Nawab, how can I tell whether those people who are poor are also happy? Wazir, you cannot, sir. Nawab, I shall try. I shall disguise myself in the robes of a traveler and journey throughout the length and breadth of my kingdom. I shall see whether people are happy or not. Now, when the Nawab was sitting in his Darbar hall, over there he was talking with the Wazir, and he says, Wazir, I think in my kingdom all the people are happy. Wazir says, yes sir, of course sir. Then Nawab says, but I have seen that some people are very poor. Wazir says, yes, this is also true. Now the Nawab wants to find that those people who are poor, they are happy or not. Now Wazir says, you cannot find these things. Now Nawab takes out the idea and he says that he will disguise himself into a traveler and journey throughout the length and breadth of his kingdom. And he will see that the people of his kingdom are happy or not. Now, in Act 1, Scene 2. Storyteller. The next day, the Nawab dressed himself in the robes of a traveler with a worn cloak over his shoulders and a bundle on his back. He walked out of the palace and travelled through his kingdom for many months. He found that some people were good and some were bad, some were very happy, some were unhappy, some were rich and some were poor. In Act 2, Scene 2, storyteller says that the next day only Nawab dressed himself as a traveler and he went away from the palace and traveled his kingdom for many months. Over there, he found that some people were good, some were bad, some were happy, some were unhappy, and some were rich and some were poor. One evening, he reached a small house. The sky was heavy with clouds. His old cloak was soaked with rain. He knocked at the door. One evening, the Nawab reached to a small house. Over that place, it was raining, and his old cloak was also wet. He knocked at the door. Farmer, who's there? Nawab, I'm a traveler. May I come in and get dry? It is wet and cold out here. Farmer's wife, come in, dear sir. Farmer, what terrible weather this is. Nawab, indeed, so thank you for letting me step inside. Farmer's wife, you are wet through. Come, take off your cloak and sit down by the fire. I'm just cooking our supper and you can share it. Nawab, how very kind you are. Farmer, we are poor farmers, but at least we can allow you to get warm. Farmer's wife, are you hungry? I can give you some roti and some onions if you like. Nawab, thank you. I could do with a little food. Now, when Nawab knocks the door, farmer says, who's there? Nawab says that he is a traveler. I'm wet outside. Can I come inside? Farmer's wife says, yes, come in. Then farmer says, wow, what a bad weather it is. Nawab says, yes, it is a very bad weather and thanks them for stepping him inside. Farmer's wife says, you are wet, come and sit near the fire. She was cooking supper. You can also share it. Nawab says, how kind are you? Now farmer says, we are poor farmers, but at least we can allow you to get warm. Farmer's wife says, are you hungry? And we can give you some roti and some onions. Do you like? Nawab says, thank you. I can have it. Up to here, I have taught you. Now open your copies and start writing the word meanings in your classwork copy, in your English literature copy. Write down classwork, put the date, that is 1st February 2021. Lesson 12, The Nawab of Salimabad, Part 1, Word Meanings. Number 1, cavalry, soldiers who fought on horseback. Number 2, cloak, a loose coat without sleeves. Number 3, disguise, to make changes in the appearance of somebody to avoid being recognized. Fourth one, Darbar Hall, the court of a ruler, Nawab, a title of nobleman during the Mughal Empire. Sir, a respectful form of address for a king or lord. Subjects, people who are under the rule of a king. Wazir, a minister of a high rank in the court of a ruler. Ninth one, warned, weakened. Now write down your homework. Your homework is learn the word meanings of lesson 12 Students, don't write this statement in your classwork copy. Write it down in your school diary or rough copy. That's all for today, students. Completed your classwork, then show it to me in the WhatsApp group. Your homework is learn the word meanings of lesson number 12. That's all for today, students. Have a good day. Thank you.